Now you say ready, but my anxiety disagrees. Hello everyone. I'm Dani3883. Joining me in the booth for this run is my good friend moistmogwai. We call her Mo for short. And yeah, we're gonna be running Final Fantasy, the game you know and love from 30 years ago. And we're running it, but we're randomizing it. So you're gonna recognize a lot of things. There's gonna be some things in this run you might not understand or are going to seem a little different. Mo, if you want to jump in, we can talk a little bit about like some of the flags that are in this, and then we'll get started.
Yeah, as Dani had mentioned, hi, I'm Mo. I will be the background talker or main talker, whichever Dani wants today. But like she said, there's going to be some things that are going to be a lot familiar to you and then a little bit unfamiliar. So as we go, I'm going to help her explain what's going on for all of the randomization flags that we have turned on. But if we want to get into just some of what they'll see, Dani, if you want to go ahead and talk about your class party and then some of the blurst classes that you have, we can start there if you want.
We did. So our two top donated characters we got were a thief and a red mage, so you'll see them here. Some of the great things they had was we have this red mage comes pre-bought with exit, so we already have exit, which is really, really great. The thief, other than just great to have a thief because you've run chance. Also in this flag set has lockpicking on, so once he gets to level 18, he can pick all the locks in the game if you don't have the key yet, which is pretty fancy. And then my two characters that I love and I can't play without are my fighter, which has 20% hit and 10% strength advantages in this flag set, and that's Fizz. That's my fighter. People in chat asking this. That fighter sprite is a Gundam, the RX-782 to be exact. And my black mage Wheels. I love a black mage, and Wheels, as you can see, has wheels because, well, I have wheels. So that's the party we're rocking today. It's a good party, and I think it'll do as well in these flags.
Yeah, I think this is a really good party comp to start out with, especially with the exit, like Dani was saying. And then also the lockpicking ability on the thief, we may see that come into play because one of Dani's incentive is actually some key locked chests. So it'd be cool to see that put into more use than we get to see it a lot of the times. But we have a lot of fun flags turned on today just to showcase a lot of the things that are in the randomizer community. We will be starting with free bridge so that Dani has a little bit of mobility around the map, as well as some open progressions on the map. So we are going to have early open progression, which is going to let her get from Canary to Dwarf Cave more easily. Extended open, which opens up the south walk from Dwarf to Northwest Cave for those that you played vanilla. That is open. And then we also have Northern Docks, which is going to add some mobility once she gets her ship to get to Onrak and Mirage without the floater. So we're going to see a lot of mobility on this map, and she has a pretty good party to get around with. So hopefully we get some good magic and some sweepers to go along with that.
Also, one thing you'll notice early, and we'll make note of and then we'll get started, is instead of lighting the 4 orbs, which you normally have to do to get to Topher, we will be looking for a shard hunt. In this, see, they are pieces. So you will be looking for 32 of those in boxes. And once we have those and our required key items, then we will be able to head into Topher and take on the final bosses.
Yes, we'll be looking in chests, and if she decides to kill the fiends in their dungeon, so they also get some shards from that. So plenty of places to earn them. Should be a good little adventure.
I think so. I think with that, I'm ready. If everyone's ready, we can do a countdown, and then they can start. And we'll get this clock going. All right, so Mo, give me a countdown.
All right, we're gonna start with 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good luck.
And to everyone who said they liked my black mage, well, how do you like my map man? Because we are wheeling around the overworld. Now see, and we got exit level 1. All right, so as you'll see, magic is completely different than the vanilla game. We're starting with Ice 3, which is honestly really good. And even though we came with exit, we want more charges of it. So we're taking it. And we have hint givers on. As you'll see, this little guy is telling us where we can find an opal bracelet.
Sky Palace. That'll be a little bit later in the game for Dani to get there. But yes, as she was saying, we do have hint givers on, which is another flag that has been turned on that certain people you talk to in the vanilla towns will actually give you a nice little hint for a key item or an incentive item or something along the lines of that.
Picked up that chain armor +5, which is really good. That iron armor would be great. However, we don't have money for that yet, so maybe we'll get it later.
You just got to get to hustle it a little bit. Maybe we'll find something in Temple of Fiends Revisited when we get there.
Right.
Sometimes it's very gracious to give you money right off the bat, so I guess we'll see.
All right, so
and we are getting a good little look at the encounter table that Dani is going to be facing the entire seed.
Yeah, that one was quick and they were picking on wheels, so we're going to reset out and try again. This second run's much better, I say, as I get an encounter.
That is a good little run, though. For those of you who don't know, you can manipulate the encounter table a little bit to your advantage. So if you have a long run, you can do soft and hard resets to kind of manipulate around that to get the max amount of run before you face enemies, especially when you're a lower level. It would be about this time that I would usually jinx Dani, but I'm not going to do it. So instead, I'm just going to say that was a nice looking ghoul, and I'm happy that we met them.
Appreciate it.
And now we get to face the ever so nice Garland, who is protecting, well, I won't say protecting, has kidnapped the princess. And we have to save her. And it looks like Dani has had no trouble doing that.
Thank you, Ice3. Appreciate the help.
All right, it looks like we have the bottle and the ship. So we started with a bridge, we don't have canoe, so Dani will be able to sail the inner sea, but not be able to get out of it just yet. And then a bottle for later in the game, which we will release the nice little bottled fairy who will reward us with an item. But we got to keep her in that bottle for now.
May I flag you down and give you some hype for this run?
Absolutely.
Awesome. I have $25 from Ashanti, who says, so deeply excited to see FFR finally at GDQ. Go, Dani, go. And a $50 donation from Fierce Wolf, who says, FF in FF. Don't you love it? I sure do. Randomizers are always a joy to watch. Best of luck, Dani. Less than 3.
Thank you. And yeah, we're pretty excited about it too. As if you can't tell from some of my menuing that I am messing up just a little. I promise in the next 5-10 minutes my hands will stop shaking and this will get better.
They are calculated hiccups that are helping her manipulate the encounter table. Don't let her fool you, folks.
You know what? I like that explanation much better than what I just said. So everyone listen to Mo and forget what I said.
Tactical moves. This is a professional we're looking at, ladies and gentlemen. Now, we are in Provoca here. We are fighting the pirate and his crew, Bicky. So what she's going to do is sweep all these pirates out here, and she's going to be rewarded with another incentive item that will help her kind of guide the rest of her game. So we'll see what old Bicky has for us.
And we got ourselves a ruby.
A ruby, not too bad. Another incentive location for us is the Titan's Trove, which Dani will need to feed the Titan the ruby. It's a weird snack, but he does love them, and she will need that to get in there to the incentive items. So another good pickup along the way that's going to help us do checks without having to double back. Not too bad.
So we're picking up some camping gear and a house or two, just because we have the extra money and they're pretty cheap. And we will definitely need those later. All right, so not a lot in white magic we want for that red mage. Let's see what's in black magic. All right, fire thieves. All right, we'll take that. I'm gonna keep looking at, and we want that silver sword. That is really good, especially early game. And depending on what dungeons we dive early, sorry Altheus, I'm going around you. Shout out to my D&D group that is currently doing a playthrough of this game, and we have named the Mohawk guy in Provoca Altheus. But one of the things that's also changed in this flag set is the dungeons, the fiends in their dungeons are different. We are going to take this from the little extra levels. So you could dive Volcano and get Tia. You could dive Sea and get Lich. We don't know what we're going to get until we pull up that fight. So that silver +5 might be real good. We're going to check magic here, even though we don't have a ton of money. Speaking of Brack, we will take that in case we get an early Kraken. We'll check here too, but then we are going to... Yep, nothing there that our red mage can learn that we want. So we're going to go out. We're going to save. We're going to double check. See, so we have a ship, but we can't get out of the inner sea. Which means we either need our canal or our canoe.
I feel like we're probably going to get the canoe, which I do know will make the run a little bit more exciting because it'll kind of extend it a little bit. But I feel canoe.
Yeah, canoe means we head to Crescent, and if we don't get our canal there, we are doing early ice and volcano dives.
We love a good early ice and volcano dive. We're no strangers to it.
I mean, having exit makes this much easier. But also in these flags for Marsh and Ordeals, we have a flag on that makes the incentive in a random box. So, where you would normally know exactly where the incentive item is in Marsh and Ordeals, in these flags you don't. So you're just opening boxes till you find it.
Now, Marsh Cave is something you do see early on in a lot of people's runs. It's probably one of the least favorite places for a lot of us to go in the randomizer just because of how deadly it is. But with the good little encounter table Dani has and some sweeper spells, it shouldn't be too nasty. She also has exit, so she can come and go out of here and, save as she needs to.
And we found a piece, which we need 32 of those, which is good. And ladies and gentlemen, Mo called it. So we're going to exit out. We're going to save that piece, save our canoe, and that dragon armor. Granted, it was, I think, a -3, but we still want it. We're slapping that on the fighter as soon as we promote.
Definitely. And then if we don't find anything, or if we do find something better, it's also good, selling money if we need to buy some items or something like that. But canoe gets us a lot more mobility, gets us, more towards Ice Cave, Volcano, and then if we happen to find the floater, easy access to go back and turn that in.
Fingers crossed for floater in Crescent.
I have some donations from before that are floating upstream for us. Do you want to hear some?
Absolutely.
Awesome. I have $25 from Lord Fizzlebeef, who says, getting this donation in nice and early so I can help the most awesome person I know with her run. Putting this to Red Mage for some kindly balance. Show the world the power of Brack. And $25 from Sarazin, who says, good luck on the run today, Dani. Donating for wheels to have wheels and to hopefully avoid the dreaded white mage or black belts.
Shout out to both of those amazing community members and both who Fizzle for being sweet and Saracen for knowing that a white mage would have made me big sad. So, and we got wheels. It's all good.
Thank you very much to both of them, but you do know what that means now, Dani. You have to go hunting for Brack.
Hey, we just picked it up at level 3.
Okay, well, we don't need to hunt as it is.
Yeah, we saw some spells at 4 I wanted. We did pick up Lightning 3 on the Black Mage. There was a couple of things there at White Magic I wanted, but we're a little broke right now, so we won't be getting those. And we checked and we didn't see an incentive item, so we're headed to Crescent.
Yeah, no incentive item just yet, but we are racking up items as we go. I believe all of Dani's XP experience is actually for shards, so we won't be getting any experience on incentive items. So the more shards we find, the more Dani will level up quicker.
All right, so we found our incentive item, our vendor item that's an incentive item, and it's the rod. In these flags, you don't need it much. If it comes back and like, oh no, we need a shard somewhere and we need a rod, we'll come back and get it. But thankfully, all right, so I saw fast and I got sidetracked. Fast, we definitely want to come back and get. But right now, we don't have the levels or the money for it. So, okay. What do we do now? Do we go turn in that adamant or do we risk an ice dive?
I don't know, Dani. Ice is so much closer. A lot of shards you could dig out.
All right, so here's what we're doing. We're going to... Apparently, this game has got different ideas because it's not letting me... There we go. Okay, so we're going to go here. We're going to save. We're going to see what that adamant is. And then if it's not useful, we're resetting out and headed to ice.
For those of you who aren't regular runners of this game, that is a great time-saving technique that Dani is showcasing here, where she's going to save in the river system that she is going to come back to for Ice and Volcano, or Ice at this point. But she's going to go turn in the adamant to see if it's worth it. If it's not, she's going to quickly reset and be back in that river system. No harm, no foul, little time lost. But if she does find something she's going to want to keep, she is going to save when she comes out of Dwarf Cave.
Can't go in Dwarf Cave without speaking to Hooray.
Hooray!
All right, well, unfortunately, that's not progression. We want that. That trombone is my loot. I have a flagon that makes the loot a bunch of different instruments. We definitely want it. We need it for in-game. However, it's not progression. So we were going to reset out and we're headed to ice. This, I'm sure, it'd be fine.
Yeah, definitely not worth taking that all the way back when it's such an easy thing for her to come back to, especially if she does want to come back and check key locked or turn in the TNT down there. So.
Oh, okay. Well, we don't want our fighter dead, and that hit hard. So
Just
we're going to take
bit.
a few fights just to get a level or two before we hit ice. And that fight said, not today.
Fizzle just looked like he needed a little nap. It was fine. He was getting a little seasick, just wanted to lay down in the canoe. He's back up.
Yeah, unfortunately, his malice today was Black Mage Health. So our fighter's going to be a little squishier than normal. However, his bonuses of extra hit, extra strength are real good. So we brought him anyways. Besides, I'd been sad if I didn't, so...
We'll get him beefier with some armor as we find stuff along the way. And once he gets swinging, it'll be a little bit better as well. I'm sure we'll find some items to counteract the curses and the blessings, but that's the fun of the randomizer. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's in the middle, and then sometimes you can play around the bad that it gives you.
But we're burning off that first run because it's fast.
Yeah, this is the encounter manipulation I was talking about earlier, where Dani has a good run on that second encounter, where she has that encounter right off the bat really quickly. She'll burn that and then try to get as much walk as she can to avoid as many encounters as she can, since she is still a little bit lower level, and also she wants to get the items out.
You know, fingers crossed we don't have to do this dive more than once. Also,
No one
finger
likes a
crossed
double
that I
dip.
didn't just jinx myself.
I'll knock on wood for you.
Appreciate it. I finally got my hands semi-comfortable and they're not shaking and I'm doing all right. I don't want to take them off the controller to knock on anything.
Dani, you're doing more than all right. We all think you're a trombone hero, trombone champ. Let me know. So we have a $10 donation from Dani saying, good luck on the run from one Dani to another.
Thank you, fellow Dani. Also, I was very confused there for a minute and I was going to say, wait, I did what?
It's Dani from the future.
Also, we went to check that one, that box and we slipped on a banana peel, fell through the hole. So if there's anything good in it, we are not getting it today.
We are
It's
not,
fine.
definitely not without a warp.
We don't have any loose items, but we are looking for our pieces to finish the game. So we're going to be opening a lot of boxes.
Yes, and like Dani was saying, she is going through some incentive locations. We've already hit Marsh, which was one of our incentives. We're in Ice Cave, which is another one of our incentive locations. So she will be pulling an item out here at the end of this little dungeon. You'll see her come back up to that the chest that she was just at, but on the inside ring instead of the outside.
Oh, we don't want none of this fight. We have no way to... Thank you. We have no way to really deal with them with our current magic.
No, not easily anyway. Not with what they could potentially be harboring. But we did find some nice flame armor in there and a fast gauntlet. So you may not even have to go back for that in Crescent Lake, Dani.
Oh, we will definitely go back for it. However, that black mage is the only person on our party who can learn it. So having that fast bonk that we can put on another character to cast on our melee during fights is fantastic.
Final Fantasy, the only realm where you can have gloves that cast magic for you.
Makes me a little sad you can't do that in real. Hello. All right, so I'm starting to feel real good about any fight that this fighter gets into, because we're getting decent armor early. We have a fast bonk, and we now have a ruse staff, which we are going to go ahead and put on that fighter.
Fizzle thanks you kindly.
We're not letting anything punch him without trying really hard to do. Excuse you, rude.
Just a little blizzard on the inside of an ice cave. It's very fitting, if we have to be honest here.
True. Everything's trying to send me back to dwarf.
There we go.
All right, so we're going to save here. We have full cleared. We're leaving and we're not coming back.
So as I was saying with Dani having that save state earlier here to save some time for the trek back, like she was saying, it's all pointing her back to kind of Dwarf Cave. The TNT is another turn-in item in the Dwarf Cave for one of the other dwarfs towards the southern part of the cave, past the blacksmith. So we have 2 items to go back for in there. And it might just be a canal, because that would be fitting.
We're either looking for, I hate to say like, jinxing me, like, they could be a few fetch turn-ins. Actually, I was gonna save there, but what we're gonna do, we want that black mage back. So we're going to go bring him back to life. And then we are... I'm gonna head over here, because we're short on houses, and I think, yep.
Good time to stock up. We have a little bit of money to do so.
Yep.
Still going to leave that vendor item behind for now, because like she was saying, probably not going to need it unless she needs to go dig out some pieces, or kill Lich in there for some pieces as well for the shard hunt.
For anyone who feels a little deja vu, we are doing the exact same thing we did with the adamant. We are saving in case we need to come back to volcano. We're going to go talk to another dwarf, turn in some TNT, and see if he lets us out of the inner sea.
Good old kaboom for a canal. It seems like a fair trade.
It'd be awfully vanilla of this game.
It does love to do that to us sometimes.
And because we reset out of the bridge boss, we're getting yet another one. Thanks, game. We'll check here again because we had experience in there. We'll head down.
Hooray!
Every time I talk to it, I hear fizzle in my head instead. They go, hooray! Oh, game, you're killing me.
Okay,
So we found a fast sword.
not exactly what we were looking for, but a good find nonetheless.
I mean, it could have been helpful at Volcano, but we've got a fast bonk. We're
Definitely something to come back for, but again, something to reset out of for at least for now,
Yeah.
early game, because we will be back to the Dwarf Cave probably yet again to check their key locks.
okay. So the incentive item is all the way at the bottom of Volcano, but again, we need a lot of stuff out of boxes, so we are going to full clear all the way down.
Yes, and this wonderful floor, for those of you who don't play this game often or only watch it or haven't played at all, this is the armory floor of Volcano because it has a lot of chests on it. So this would be a good place for her to check a very dense floor before she makes her way further down in.
Say eventually it's got a lot of chests on it. Right now, we're on the one
Oh, yeah.
side where they are very spread out.
The little bit out of the way ones. You gotta get your steps in somewhere, you know?
Wills is getting in his miles.
Always wondered how wheels fared in lava, but those are
Right?
some strong adamant wheels.
The tread is a little worse for wear when we leave here, but it's okay.
I know many of you have been commenting on Dani's fast menuing. Yes, a lot of people in this community that play this game very frequently, especially in tournament settings, their menuing is absolutely ridiculous. It takes a lot of practice, but you get there.
I 100%, like mine, I will say mine's okay. Compared to some of the other people in the menu who the community genuinely menu faster than I can blink.
Yes, I'm not sure how they don't go through multiple controllers a year, but you know. It definitely saves some time when you're in a tournament race setting.
Question in chat, is that black mage in a wheelchair? It sure is. So we're going to exit out. We are going to save the things that we got on that floor and head south. Also,
Now, oh, go ahead.
Oh no, please go ahead. It's a great time to jump in.
Oh, awesome. I was hoping to open some donation boxes and talk about getting towards our milestones. We are looking for our next incentive, which is for our game Lunistis, where we want to unlock that golden Hana suit. We are $590 into a $1,500 incentive, and I have a $100 donation from Jamie the Benoy that says, another Flame Fatales. Good luck to all the runners. Putting this to Golden Hana for Lunistis. Thank you so much for donating to that incentive. And let's get it up to 48,000. We'd love to see that met during this run.
You'll notice there's a lot of stopping to heal in Volcano because these noisy tiles that we're walking on, they're hot. So they kill your HP. They do, however, if you walk on them, you will not get encounter on those tiles.
Yeah. Definitely a trade-off with the noise and the healing, but like she was saying, you don't get encounters on that tile. So you can sit here and get through most of Volcano pretty unscathed other than the lava tiles you're taking damage from. So you will see a lot of, well, pretty much everybody who plays the randomizer will hug those tiles like their life depends on it, which is irony if I've ever heard it.
I can imagine there's a few people from the FFR community in chat seeing me get spiders on a tile and hoping for something disastrous.
Only a few.
I've only rolled a few seats for people where they've just been the worst thing imaginable.
Well, hopefully that karma will come back another day and not today.
Right? It's a charity run. We need the spiders to behave today.
And you will notice Dani from time to time on certain floors and certain dungeons skip chests. These are actually called link chests. So she's actually checked a chest previously that would have been linked to that same chest. So should she check it again, it would just come up as empty. So you will see her skip some intentionally from time to time, and that is perfectly normal.
Also, you'll notice in certain rooms I walk along the kind of the wall there by the door, and that's because that also does not advance your encounter rate. Oops, nope. We don't want none of you. Please stop hitting my people.
Your good old buddies rock galls.
I mean, if we had a spell that would kill them, we'd give it a whirl for experience, but...
And this was the chest that was incentive that Dani was saying in the bottom of the volcano. She's coming up on it here. It does have 2 trap tiles leading to it.
Oh, the fetch quests this game. You're killing me today. All right. So now we have a question. Our levels aren't great. Our magic is fine. I'm gonna switch those. Now, normally we'd have Carrie here, actually. Check, 37, 32. All right. Switching our sword. Carrie would be here, but we don't know what's here. So we're taking a big old gamble on this fight and hoping we can beat it. It's our buddy Lich.
Our good old buddy Lich. This isn't his normal dwelling. For those of you that don't know, typically you see the Fire Fiend Carrie here, and we are fighting the Earth Fiend Lich. A little bit of a mix-up. Maybe they were playing a good game of trading spaces. I don't know.
I'm trying to make the fighter hit him really hard, and Lich puts him to sleep, but it's fine because we got Fire 3 and we're through. Now, granted, that fight was not required, but in Volcano, we got 2 shards for that fight. So we're too closer to our goal, and we have a dead Lich.
Yep, 2 closer on the way there, and then some that we found along in the armory.
I see a lot of questions in chat about my fighter sprite. Yes, it is a Gundam, the RX-782. I am a Gundam fan, but it was initially made kind of in honor of Lord Fizzlebeef. A lot of people just know him as Fizzle. He's the person who taught me how to play and loves his Gundam. So every time I've taken a fighter, it has always been named after him. So we have a Gundam fighter named Fizz.
Great sprite for a great guy.
We're gonna get out of the inner sea, folks.
And for those of you who don't know, who aren't familiar with the game, I know I keep saying that, but when Dani was mentioning earlier fetch quests, what she means by those is sometimes you will get items that take you to other locations to then get an item that may take you to another person that needs an item that may eventually give you the item that you need. So in this case, we did actually get a canal, so we can leave the inner sea now. So thank you, Astos, Prince of Darkness.
Also, we need to get the things back from Dwarf Cave, but I'm going to wait till we have key or we can lockpick that bottom room. Because there's a lot of boxes in there that could have shards, and there's nothing there that we currently are in a hurry to get.
Yep, another time-saving technique of trying not to double or triple back unless you have to, in which case we don't have to right now. We're going to come back when it makes more sense to. And yes, for those of you wondering, you can apparently receive a canal. And this is the famous Titan I was talking about earlier that Dani would need to feed a ruby to, and then she's going to be able to check the chest in the bottom if she'd like to, or go straight through and get to Sarda.
Yeah, we're here, so we're going to check, but what we did there is we hopped out. We have exit, and it just makes this a quicker check to just run out of that room. Hey, look, our key! And then run into it and then exit out. So we're going to exit out. We are going to save.
You willed that key into the universe, Dani. You just really want to see the dwarfs a third time.
Right. Game's like, you haven't talked to Hooray enough.
We need more Hooray. Hoorays will continue or morale will decline.
Okay, so that is not useful now, but we will absolutely be putting that on our thief once we class change.
Yes. Certain armor and swords in this game, for those who are not familiar, you do have to class change to be able to use them, or have to have certain stats available on your Blessed Cursed Light Warriors to be able to use it. So that case, that is a great sword that we will come back to, and it is a +2, so we didn't get any minuses on it, but we cannot use it until we find that tail and class change.
So we're going to head to Canaria Castle. It is a incentivized location, and now that we have the key, we can check it.
Yep, quite a few checks you can do, incentive and non-incentive with that key, which again is another great place to get some pieces that will add up to our shard hunt count. So that leaves us what we can get to right now, Canaria Lock, which she is heading into. We then have Northwest Locked and then Dwarf Locked, which will get us quite a few chests wrapped up.
I have a little love for where you are in the game right now, Dani, if now's a good time for some donations.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I have a $25 donation from Banquo, who says, "Welcome to Canaria. I like swords." Thank you so much, Banquo, for supporting Malala Fund. And of course, all of your donations are going towards, hopefully, that Lunistis Unlock Golden Hana incentive. We are almost halfway there, so let's keep it up, chat.
Well, we've left one castle, now we're headed to another. We've got our herbs, so we're headed back to Elfland.
A lot of castles in this area. You don't see that too much anymore. Real estate's not what it used to be. Houses are $800. Castles are left and right. And along with the Elfland Castle, where we have the herb to wake up the prince, we also can check the key locks here, like Dani was saying. So 2 for 1 here as well.
Not that it did as much good, because... Oh, we are going to go check key lock here. That slab is a turn-in. We can't do without floaters, so we've now got 2 turn-ins that are completely floater needed. However, we do... Right now, those are going to be things that we need, and we're going to go pick up level 4 magic now that we've got money. We've got our key, we've got our loot. Those are the two things that are most important for finishing our run. On top, well, with shards too. The one thing that we're going to need, though, is we're going to need access to bigger dungeons. We need access to Sky. We need access to Oxyel, so we have access to Sea. Those are going to be the places where we find a lot of our shards that we are still looking for.
Yeah, those are going to be the very chest-dense areas that she's going to probably get the most bang for her buck from, without us having to dip a kind of spread-out dungeon like Earth or something like that. Hopefully, we don't have to go that route, but only the randomizer will tell.
No one told Fizzle, but things in water have it out for him today.
I think he might feel it later. Wake up from a fever dream with a couple smacks on his face. He'll be fine.
Tell him, even if he's not aware, he's at work today, so even if he's not aware, he should totally have sushi for dinner.
Just as revenge.
Just later today. You know, you might not be aware of this, but sushi for dinner. One last time, hooray!
Yes, for those of you asking in chat, the Black Mage is in a wheelchair. It is a custom sprite that Dani uses. And we have our trombone once again.
Yep, we're going to pick up this fast sword, so we have an extra source of fast. We are now going to check our lock boxes here. Hope for good stuff.
Houses, a good little bit of XP.
I'd say that counted as some good stuff in there. We got an Aegis sword for our fighter once we class promote. We got some houses, which means the two less we need to maybe buy in the future. And we got a piece, so we're getting there.
That wasn't a bad treasure the dwarfs were guarding this time around.
It was not. So we've got two places we can go now. We can do ordeals or we can do waterfall. One of those are going to lead us to our next bit of progression. We're going ordeals. It's closest to where we're going. It's easier to get there by boat.
Yeah,
it's
absolutely easy.
It's a little sad doing it without warp. Because if we pick the... Because unlike the vanilla game, the pillars are not predictable. We don't know which pillars in here are going to get us through this dungeon. So we're guessing. And if you have warp early... see, there you go. We already started off wrong. If you have warp already, this is great. Great? Game's like, warp you say.
They're just making sure you get the full tour of ordeals for everybody watching Games Done Quick tonight. But yeah, this is a really good dungeon to have warp in, because once you get teleported by the wrong little teleportation back, you can hit warp and you'll be right back where you're at, and you can obviously make the other choice, get through this a lot faster without having to go through multiple times. Unlike the lava tiles and things like that, every tile in here in ordeals you're gonna get an encounter step towards, so you don't get to dodge them, which makes warp a very handy spell.
Please be right. Wasn't right. Alright. I keep picking wrong chat, so get comfortable. We might be here for a minute.
We want you all to have the full experience with the music.
Right. It only interrupts it every time you go through. But hey, we got through, so it's good.
More real estate, because we were lacking on that, but hey, houses are houses.
I mean, in this economy, I'll take all the free houses I can get.
Yeah, absolutely.
This also has our incentive item in a random box here in ordeals, so...
Yeah, we're gonna get an incentive item out of here. So far, we've also got squirrel items, a cube, and then we did get a piece in there as well.
We're gonna trade some things, because I forgot I had that. Okay. We picked up some good things. We're gonna make people. We're gonna check this tile here because we can't exit out and it's nothing we want, so we're exiting out.
Gotta love exit early.
Right? I mean, having it just come with the red mage was nice, but having it level 1, so we've got like plenty of exit charges.
Yeah.
Feels real good.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, we're headed to Waterfall because apparently that's where our progression is.
The game's willing you towards it, Dani. It's willing you towards it.
It said you brought a robot, so you must go talk to a robot.
It's only fair. It's robot code.
Now, the game may be willing you towards this, but chat, let us will the donations towards the Unlock Golden Hana incentive for our next game, Lunistis. We are close to halfway there. We have $655 towards $1,500, so I know you can get this done. And if you want to think bigger picture, if we get to $60,000, we're going to unlock that bonus game, Peggle Knights. So let's think about that, and let's keep showing love for Dani in the chat and in our donations.
Dani is just making her way through the waterfall here, which can be a little bit confusing, but even more confusing if you have another flag called procedural floor.
Yeah,
Procgen.
Our Procgen waterfall. One of the masterminds was a fellow Batal who came with that one, Miss Leggy Starstream, who was one of the runners the other day. Got ourselves a helmet, an axe, another lock axe.
Lock axe rub helmet. Some good
Oh my
casting.
goodness gracious game.
And another piece. So, oh, sorry, Crystal. I was about to say, I thought our progression was here, but this is another fetch quest for Dani.
After I said, waterfall was going to be our progression, possibly our floater, I silently thought to myself, or it's the crystal, and we're checking more boxes. Or we're going more places. And I was like, I'm not going to say it out loud. I don't want to jinx myself. Apparently, all I had to do was think it.
You just had to think quietly. Maybe think out loud next time. Maybe then it won't happen. The adverse will happen. But we're going to go give Latoya her eyes back and see what she has for us.
Yep, and we've got the canoe, so we're going to do this a little quicker unless I completely overshot my landing, which would be unfortunate. Hey, there she is.
Yeah, you didn't overshoot that. You did good, Dani.
Hey, there's our floater. Thank you, Matoya. Appreciate it.
And a little XP in there too. That's not too bad of a Toya find.
I'm gonna say this might be my favorite seat I've ever had had exited.
It has come in very handy, that's for sure. So now we're going to go to this little desert that is to the south of Crescent Lake City, and we are going to unearth our floater. Don't ask us the science behind that, just know that it happens and Dani will fly after.
And we're in the air. All right, so we need to do our bottle turn in. We need to do our slab turn in and then that check too. But we have Cardi Islands is incentivized. Now, all our boxes are in Bahamut's Cave, but as you see, we don't have a tail yet. So what I want to do, I'm going to run in here and check this. If it's not our tail, we're going to exit out and keep it. If it happens to be, because sometimes that happens, it's not, we are going to exit out, keep that, and then we're going to do some more turn-ins. It would be nice to class change if we got our tail before Sky. So levels, we have, not only because we're going to try and get levels there, but also It'd be nice to have those after class change for magic levels on our thief and our knight. But if not, looks like Sky is our next destination.
Not a bad place to be. I mean, we do have some better magic, a little bit of levels on us. It's not the most ideal thing, but you know.
Yeah, we definitely need some levels on this party. I'm also going to check. We haven't checked level 5 magic yet, so I want to check this real quick. All right, so life 2 after class promotions. Real good on that red mage. I like Quad X. Sadly, we can't get it till post promotion, so it's just going to have to stay where it's at for now.
We'll come shopping when we're a big kid.
I've got the Toys R Us song in my head now. One spell we really want and we haven't found yet is Temper, and it is making me a bit of a sad Danny.
If nothing else, we can. I mean, that would be a higher level probably, but you do have Lefanish Superstore on, correct? I believe I saw that.
Yeah, level 8. That hurts.
Definitely not what you want to see there. Not at all, but...
Alright, so we got our Oxyel. And I didn't have, so we're out of exit. Alright, so I hate going here because we have, like Mo said, we have the Superstore on, which means it's a newer flag. That means all of our magic shops, except for level 8, I believe, you can find all that magic in Lefane.
Yep, a good old-fashioned Superstore with Lefanish hospitality out there.
Right? It feels really, really bad going here without class change because there's things you want on your fighter and your thief. However, I don't think we have anything yet. We don't have fast, we don't have temper, we don't have life on them, so...
Danny, would hearing about some donations make you a little happier right now?
Sure would. Because of course we get tail in the one place we want to have tail before we go. Thanks, gang.
I have a $10 donation from MK who says, I haven't played original Final Fantasy in ages. Loving this randomizer. Good luck to the runner. And let's hit 50K for Malala Fund. I couldn't agree more. Let's hit that 50K. We're a couple $1,000s away, so we can definitely get that done. And I also have a couple of donations with no comments. $25 from The Jaded Mew and $40 from ALK SEJF. Thank you so much for donating to Malala Fund.
And we're going to see Danny make the long trek, which isn't really that long, but to class promote with Bahamut, where she'll also see his treasure trove behind him. And we'll all get to see Danny's sprites all grown up. She'll be able to shuffle and equip some gear around, and then immediately go back magic shopping if she wants.
We don't need you. Yeah, it's one of those things. It's like it's not that long of a vlog, but if you don't have warp or exit, for some reason it feels so much longer when you're leaving.
Yeah, when you just say, I'll be back.
Okay, like Mo said, now we are switching around our armor. Oh, nope, hold on. I'm also going to get rid of some things because it just makes it easier to see what we have.
Yeah, especially now that Danny does not need money, it's easier to just huck some armor out on the ground instead of going back and selling it, because she really doesn't need the money at this point.
Where's our katana?
Speaking of changing armors, and there's an incentive going on for unlocking the golden Hana suit in our next game, Lunistis. So I have a donation that's super psyched for that. $25 from Princess Peach, who says, donating for the golden Hana incentive. So excited to see Biuchi Play Lunistis. It's thanks to her and Nistani that my partner and I discovered Lunistis, and we love it. Thanks, Deke, for making such a great game. And thank you so much, Princess Peach. Keep those donations coming for that incentive.
Yeah, thank you all for continuing to donate to this great fun today. We hope you all are enjoying everything you've watched so far and enjoying Danny's run so far as well. We are now making our way into the Mirage Tower, which will end us in Sky as well, where we do have some incentive items. Well, one incentive item, excuse me, but hopefully a lot of pieces for us.
Yes. We definitely have like a lot of pieces we still need, and we need levels, and Sky is a great place to get those.
Absolutely.
So fights,
as long as everything's a little bit kinder.
Right?
A lot more money for Danny so far, as if she needs it at this point, but you know, we'll take it. A good pro ring too. And then another silver helmet, because you can never have enough, right, Danny?
I mean, at this point, we're just keeping it. We'll just keep it, and like, it'll just be a little thing we carry in our bag, in case like one of our other helmets get dented, or
should be something you get to throw out at the monsters if you run out of spell charges.
Right.
Start hucking silver helmets.
We'll have our fighter and thief swigging at that red mage, just chucking helmets at fiends.
It's a good tactic. They'll never see it coming.
I could see it totally working.
I could. I wouldn't want to get hit with a silver helmet. And for those of you in chat, that is not the White Ranger. It is actually a Gundam.
Also, can I just say how much I love that the people who like know what Gundam it is just makes me happy.
There are a lot of people in the chat tonight, or this evening, or afternoon, wherever it is, what time you guys are at, that know that, which is really awesome.
You had something gross from earlier. I don't remember what it was, but we don't want to deal with it.
I think it was Blizzard. I think Blizzard was the nice one because they were in Ice Cave.
Yep, because they were in ice. That sounds right.
Very fitting.
But our thief says, we don't care. The katana's doing work.
Going into one of the favorite less than greater than rooms. See what we have here. A nice piece. Hey. And another silver helmet for you to hug.
We're going to go back and pick that up. Thank you kindly.
Ooh, Danny, a great question in chat. Is Zap named after another meaningful person in your life?
Actually, all the people are. So, as I explained earlier, Fizz is Fizzle, who is not only the person who taught me how to play, but is the BF, one of my favorite people. Couldn't ask for a better person in my life. Zoe is my daughter. Hi now. And we don't have life yet, so I guess we're doing this without a black mage. That feels bad. Actually, we need life on that levels on that black mage. As much as I hate to do it, we're gonna go bring him back real quick. Actually, we're gonna go magic shop. That's what we're gonna do. So we have life on that red mage. But yes, sorry, interrupted. Game is rude. So Fizz is after Fizzle, Zoe is after my daughter, and Zap is after Spell Zap, who is a good friend and my co-op partner, and is one of the biggest reasons why I started racing. I mean, Fizzle may have eventually talked me into it, but like, Spell Zap being like, hey, we're doing co-op, you're in. I'm like, okay.
There's nothing like the good old bootstrap somebody into a tournament they didn't know about.
Oh, right.
But yeah, for those of you who don't know, this game can be played in a multiplayer setting with a co-op tournament that they run yearly, as well as just single player or against those in a tournament. It's a very versatile game, and we have a lot of devs that work on it. Gotta make sure we stock up on that Brack, do Fizzle proud.
I mean, he did donate for it.
He did donate for it. We gotta Brack somebody. Right.
I definitely have a donation from someone who probably donated towards those class types a while ago. We have $15 from Demarine, who says, red mages are red, black mages are blue. I really love white mages. Good luck killing chaos to you. Nice poem, Demarine. Thank you so much for supporting. And Dani, I love to hear that you named your party members after people who are important to you. So chat, if you want to donate and name a party member who's important to you, we'd love to hear it. We'd love to hear you supporting Malala Fund and uplifting those you love.
I actually really like that. It'd be neat to hear what everyone would name their characters with their donations.
That would be really great to hear. I know we have a lot of good suggestions out there in chat. Just to answer a few questions in chat, or I guess kind of pull a couple things out. Saracen also mentioned that it is an archipelago for cross-game multiplayer. Yes, it is. You can play multiple other games while somebody plays Final Fantasy, and that's archipelago.gg crossplay. And then another person asked, where is that? I am sorry, I lost it. Chat. Oh, are encounters predetermined, or are they purely RNG? There is an encounter table that is predetermined, but it is based on the seed, as well as what is placed in encounter tiles is placed within the seed. So it is randomized to a certain extent, but once you roll your seed, it's pretty determined for that individual seed. And also, yes, thank you, Demarine, for that donation. We love a good white mage, but we just didn't make it into this run.
Yeah, with the names of my party, the only time they switch is if when I have a white mage, which it ain't often. I know people like them, I'm sorry. Or if I have a black belt, which also isn't often. And then the black belt is Zoe. And the black belt is Zoe because ever since I started playing, my daughter finds the fact, I mean, she's 13 now, but she finds the fact that they can one-punch fiends absolutely hysterical. So if I have a black belt, then it's Zoe.
You telling me you can't one-punch people, Dani? I find that very hard to believe. So now we've made it
without a lot of weightlifting first.
Just a little bit. But we're making our way through Sky now. For those of you who saw some palette changes and some background changes, we went from Mirage Tower into Sky, where we do have an incentive item to dig out of here, as well as possibly a fiend, and hey, maybe a war mech.
I mean, I need levels. I've got a roost stick. I've
We're
got
not
a
gonna
fast.
say no.
It might go terribly wrong, but if we get a robot, we might be taking the robot.
We'll see where the winds take us. A lot of robots in this game, but you do have a robot on your side, so maybe you have an advantage?
Robot
Maybe
on
a little
robot
bit.
fight. Let's go.
Yeah.
Man. Okay, well, it's a shame we can't double wield that katana.
If only.
Okay. Actually, we're gonna move. I hate to do it to Wheels, but that red mage has life. We need a little more protected. Wheels goes down, Zoe can bring him back. Not the other way around.
Yeah. Wheels won't be on the ground for long. It's fine.
Hello. And we will 100% take that because, boy, do we need it.
Yeah, thinking that we're not going to get that elsewhere, really, with our magic levels, that is a great find.
We might get up to a level for Wheels to have level 8 temper, but...
If not, we got a backup plan.
Yep. We have unlimited temper and a sword now. We can just sling and fizzle his way.
You just wave your sword in the air and somehow you punch harder. It all makes sense in the end.
And when things don't make sense, normally our answer to that in the Discord is Nasir. Things that don't make sense with Final Fantasy is just Nasir. Alright, well, we're not terribly worried about that Excalibur +1 because we have a Whirlpool +5. Also, we have a guaranteed Mazza in the end game. We can't get it till we're inside of Topher. We have no clue if it'll actually be good or not. I mean, it's a Mazza, so it's still pretty good. But we don't know what the blessing or on that will be. So, I mean, we've got a sword now. We'll check the Mazza later. But making room for that X-Cal takes inputs, and we don't want to.
Yeah. So Danny was saying you can, or we have a guaranteed one, at least with this flag set, to get a Mazza in Temple of Fiends Revisited. It's going to be in the bottom right on the sky floor once we get there. So it's a little bit out of the way, but not too far, whereas if it's good and she didn't have anything else, we would definitely be checking it.
Actually, it'll be even easier because we are doing short Topher today.
That is true. We are doing short Topher with, I believe, all fiends required, right? Refight all fiends?
Yes.
Okay. We got a nice little lineup.
Yep, so it's just one floor, but it's got all four of the the fiend fights, because words are hard right now, leading into chaos. So it'll look like Chaos's floor. You have to take all four fiend fights to get to him.
Before you head off into chaos, I want to strike chaos into your hearts. Let's get a flurry of donations for that Lunistis Unlock the Golden Hana incentive. We are just about halfway through, chat, and we don't have much time to go because we're going to have to unlock that suit at the very beginning of the next run. So you're going to see Danny speed through like only Danny can, but let's speed through that donation. Just about $750, chat. Let's go.
Finding a good amount of pieces in here. We still got quite a few more to find, but what is that, up to like 6 now in this dungeon, Danny? Maybe 7?
Something like that. And we'll get 4 when we take on the fiend at the end of the dungeon. And we have our Oxyel, so we are most definitely head there.
Yeah, and I'm sure mermaids are hiding something in their little treasure trove as well.
Because we'll get at least 4 at the beginning of the dungeon, or at the end of the dungeon we take on the fiend. Still not super happy about these levels, so we're taking all the fights.
Levels never hurt anybody.
Yeah, question in chat asking how many pieces I need. As soon as we get through this fight, I'm going to check and I will let you know.
Yeah, her menuing's a little bit quick, but when she opens her menu, you'll see some filled in circles in the top left. That is actually her shard count.
We still need 10. So we're gonna check here. Oh, once we get the door. We got good armor. That thief already has plenty good armor. But yeah, we need 10. We're gonna get 4 here. We'll get another 4 when we take on the next dungeon, so we'll just really need to find 2 in there. Saracen in chat asking, are we if we go to the mermaid floor, I know chat or the community members like it when we carbonate bubbles. We have a fun flag on the NPC guillotine, which basically means any NPC that gets in your way, if they have 1 line of dialogue or less, you can talk to them and they get out of your way. I feel like I should make that like a thing now. If you want us to go to mermaids and kill bubbles, like if we're gonna make bubbles go swim in the ocean.
I like how you said it nicely, like they disappear, but then you said murder bubbles. For those of you that don't know, the guillotine not only makes them disappear, but they are gone from the game for the rest of the game, unless you reset out.
Alright, game. I see you giving me all the metal slimes and fire 3s.
I'm still looking for a war mech.
We have seen Waterfall.
Yeah, I'm not sure we saw any bats in the walls in there, but we did see Waterfall Cave.
We are getting like every fight in the game on the Bridge of Destiny here.
Yes,
Wow.
this this bridge had field trip slips signed by all of their parents.
Right? I feel like I didn't see this part of the encounter table anywhere else. And then there's like, party on the bridge, let's go.
Yeah, this makes me very happy that you don't have a long topher. That's for sure. Because I don't even think when you went through Ice Cave, we saw this back to back.
No. All right.
Oh, and we found Carrie outside of her volcano.
Oh, well, that's not what we meant to do. But it's fine. Oh, look, she's got fast too. She should be fine. We fasted our good weapons. Hey, look, we're down a Carrie. Woo!
And that puts us 4 pieces closer, so woohoo!
See, that's why I mismenued. I had my temper sword in the wrong place. Hello, gorgeous. We are going to take this fight.
Oh yeah, a nice blue T-Rex. That'll be some good XP.
Makes me want to be like, where are you in the encounter tables?
Yeah, how deep is that back at the beginning?
Well, he ain't off the... He's not close there. Darn it. If he was right off the encounter table there, we would so be taking some of those fights.
Yeah, grind some of those T-Rexes out a little bit. And now we are back towards this side of the map. You guys may remember we went to Waterfall earlier. We are now going into the city of Onrak now that we have an Oxyale. And we can go submerge ourselves.
We have a bunch of donations coming in through for you, Dani, and for our incentive, if now would be a good time to read some.
Absolutely.
Awesome. We've got a $10 donation from Hot, who says, the Bubble Soda Company would greatly appreciate your cooperation with this matter, Dani. Thank you in advance.
Noted.
We've got some $25 donations, one from Nox and one from Zeke Boogie Duke. No comments, but thank you for making me smile with those names. And also a donation to that incentive from $25 from Joey Mack, who says, donation goes to unlocking Golden Hana and raising money for the wonderful Malala Fund, because we all know you only get one Malala per year. That's right, we are just over halfway through to that incentive. We've only got a little more time, chat, so keep those donations coming. Thank you for supporting us.
Well, if the Bubble Soda Company would like a cooperation, Dani, I feel like we gotta give it to the people.
We need to find 2 shards and then take on the fiend fight here. So, if we don't find 2 shards before we get to the fiend, we're definitely headed there. But we got ourselves a donation. So,
I have plenty of donations for you, if that is a call for some donations.
So you are welcome to jump in with donations anytime you like.
Oh, great. You know, I'm a polite soul, but okay, I'm gonna turn a little more nudgy about it, sure.
Just barge on in. Be like, excuse me,
All right.
ladies.
I'm ready. I'm gonna get my sword. I'm ready to go. I have a $25 anonymous donation. No comment, but thank you so much for supporting us. And also no comment, $25 from a Flame Fatale's Final Fantasy fan. That's a lot of F's, but we're not going to be putting F's in the chat because you are rocking it, Dani. And I've also got another $25 donation from Strikes saying less than 3. Thank you so much for all these donations. And again, we are almost at $800 towards that incentive, so let's keep those rolling in, chat. And we know we love Dani and the cool look of this game, and so let's keep honoring her with this awesome donations.
Well, sad news for we're going to get our shards, but I will honor the donation. We'll We'll take on a fiend, and we're headed to mermaids to go talk to Bubbles.
We do have exit, so it won't be too bad of a trip out. But
Exactly
we gotta talk
why
to
I don't
Bubbles.
mind going.
Gotta get some Bubbles hype in this chat.
What in the world? I'm sorry. What? Lobsters? I guess that's what I get for taking a fight to get levels.
They just wanted to make sure you were coming back to see Bubbles. They said, I'm sorry, you thought you were going to get through this? We'll see about that.
Okay, so we're adjusting our plan here and hope that this is fine. Otherwise, round 2, ding.
I believe in you. It's only either Kraken or
Tia.
Tia.
We've got
fine.
a roost staff and we've got Brack. This is fine.
Oh, and we have Tia.
Ma'am. Oh, hold on. Oh no.
Oh, did you need to change some gear around?
We got there. No, she stunned me, and my poor thief just stood there. Like, what am I gonna do now? All right,
I
before we
got you.
dive back in.
Well,
I
there's
want
our
my people
promise to
back.
Fizzle. We did brack somebody, so there you go, Fizzle. Something for you to watch when you're out of work later.
All right, quick dive in. Gotta go to mermaids.
Let's go, Bubbles.
They may not let me back in the FFR Discord if I don't.
I don't think they could ever live with you out in that Discord, Danny.
We're gonna take a couple of fights on the way down because levels are good, especially with our fighter that's a little squishy.
Just a little.
Just a smidge.
Just a smidge. Oh, you have a promise in chat, Danny. Donate $250 if you catch a sight of Wormack.
Well, problem is we've already been there and he was hiding. And we got a lot of encounters there. Now I wonder, it'd be like, if we, I don't know, if we like come in underestimate, like go back and look for him.
Yeah, we could do that.
Maybe try like one quick trip. For charity.
For charity. $250 for charity. For McDonald's.
Well, you know what you'll need with your McDonald's? You'll definitely need some soda. And we have a $25 donation from Sarazen who says, Bubbles Soda Company, thanks you for your cooperation. Thank you so much.
That couldn't have been more perfect because just as you were reading it, I was talking to Bubbles.
Excellent. So let's keep those perfect donations coming in. We are over halfway through that bid for our incentive to unlock the Golden Hana suit in Lunistis. So let's keep these donations coming. And we'd love to see a $250 donation for something. Let's support Malala Fund.
I always wondered what dirt Bubbles had on the Bubble Soda Company. What did she know?
We'll have to ask Kate and Saracen after this. Alright, so we've got... everything but pro rings, and I don't recall where those were.
I want to say it was either... Was it maybe Provoke or Elflin? It was very early on. I can't remember which one. I'm sorry. I probably should have taken a note of that.
That's
but
fine,
I do
'cause
remember seeing
in my head, I
them.
was like, I'm going to remember this, and then I didn't.
I feel like it was Elflin, but...
I'm going to pick this up.
In chat, she knows where the bubbles really come from. She knows the secret to carbonation. Big Carbo's coming for us.
Alright. So, first bean, we got ourselves a Lich 2. Or as he is affectionately known as a speed bump, because usually he's nothing more than... Please don't let him call me on my bluff today. Alright. 1 down, 3 to go, and then we get ourselves a Chaos.
Socket chat, Temple of Fiend revisited Mazboon. That's just mean. It is actually a flag that was turned on by Dani called Guaranteed Mazboon. Typically, if you're in a long tover, it is going to be on the bottom right sky floor. And the Temple of Fiends revisited, but in this case, since we are short tover, it was in the treasure chest trove when you land in.
Rude.
Chat, I'm sensing that you're just on the cusp of embracing a soda stream, and by stream I mean a stream of donations. So be sure to keep donating to Malala Fund and putting those donations towards that Lunistis Unlock Golden Hana suit. Or, you know, you can send me some Fresca. That would be fine.
Thank you, Gabe.
Yeah, a little known flag there, Socket. And then you have some other chat in there for you, Dani, that you're actually swinging a Vorpal.
Hey, there was a +5 on that Vorpal. I'm just saying.
And yes, Dani's menuing is Chef Keys. As we're swinging up at Kraken in Temple of Fiends revisited.
Gross, sir. Please. Give that back to the Khmers. Appreciate it.
What can they say? Global warming, Dani.
Well, to those who said my menuing was good, I just kicked a Kraken with a Black Mage. That was not intended by any stretch of the imagination.
No, but you did it out of intention. These were tactics. Tactical moves, Dani.
Wheels is just mad because Carrie one punched him a minute ago and he's taking it out on a squid.
I imagine if you run over a tentacle, it's not too pleasant for them. And just like that, goodbye, Kraken.
Alright, Tio, what you got?
Hopefully nothing, but you know. That Kraken does know what it did.
Rude, rude, rude!
A little bit of damage. Well, I say a little bit of damage poison, but maybe a lot of bit of damage poison there for Zoe. Not hitting too hard yet, which is a good thing, but that does mean they're probably spell heavy. But good heal 3's out. No more people kneeling on the ground.
If all these spells could just... Yeah, if we could just have all these spells calm down until we get a wall off. Okay, that's maybe not the smartest thing I've done, but we're... Oh no! Oh no! Oh no, we've lost our red mage. Ah. One turn left. It's all we needed was one turn. All right.
I believe in you. I believe in you. Just adjust your equipment and do what you need to do.
That's exactly what we are doing.
Dani, we all believe in you. Trust me. I've got a $20 donation from Anonymous who just says, "Hi, Dani." Well, hello, Anonymous. Thank you so much for your donation. And we have another Anonymous $25 donation. No comment, but thank you so much. Ooh, we also have a nice big $100 donation from Infinite Tape. No comment, but thank you so much. And remember, we are just about $700 away from unlocking that golden Hana suit in Lunistis, so keep these donations coming.
All right. Fingers crossed this works, y'all.
Thank you all for those donations for Dani, but fingers crossed for all of those you can chat for her.
All right, so that's a good start. Okay, this isn't too bad.
Dani getting a lot of buffs off here for both of her remaining light warriors,
Actually,
which is great.
All right, now we're swinging. Oh, could you not? He's not wearing a ribbon?
No, but that was a great first swing from that knight. What was that, 969 damage?
Oh, yeah. Fizz has got this. We got this.
Yeah, this is going to be easy peasy.
We've defeated a chaos.
Woo! At 115, what, 50 or 116.01? That's what it is.
All right, it's a quick question to the people who are in charge of these things. Is it okay if we run back and look for a Wormack since we're underestimate? All right, we've gotten producer okay, so we're gonna let Chaos finish fading into the wherever he goes.
And if the person who said they were going to donate puts their money where their mouth is, we are going to be over $48,000. So maybe someone can get a donation in to have that honor as we go see that war mech. So let's keep those donations coming.
All right.
Thank you for producer for allowing us to go back and search for this.
Hopefully we'll find him fast.
Hopefully. Dani with her expertise parking skills.
I learned that at the Elmark School of Flying. All right, encounter table. I'm going to need you to just let us get through a little faster, if you don't mind.
Just a little bit.
We want all those encounters on the bridge. We're looking for our big robot.
The class dressed in white that Dani is sporting right now is a fighter. It is a sprite to make it look like a Gundam. So we have a fighter, a thief, a black mage, and a red mage in her party. Or since their class changed, a ninja, a knight, a red wizard, and a black wizard.
Encounters, please. We got places we're trying to go.
We're beelining for it, folks. Hoping to find us a war mech.
We want a robot. We want a robot, and not the one I'm playing with.
Another robot.
We need a different robot. I feel like I wish Fizzle was in chat. I want to be like, if we found Warmech, does this count as Super Robot Wars?
It's close.
There's a lot of Gundam fans in chat. Someone tell me if we get a Warmech, does this count as Super Robot Wars? Alright, we're gonna put you down here.
Okay, we are so close to so many things. Obviously, we're close to that war mech, but we are close to hitting 1,300 separate donations. We're at $12.99 right now, folks. We can definitely get that 1,300th one in. We are almost to $48,000. Just like need about $6.95 left on that. $6.95. And of course, we're still looking to get that golden Hana suit. So we have $845. We need $1,500, and time is a ticking, chat. Let's go.
All right, come on. We want a war mech.
We want a war mech. Shuffle those little legs, Dani.
Make sure we're healed in case we get one. You are an air, not a robot. We don't want you. Come on.
No, but if the air would blow a war mech in, I wouldn't mind that. Just right on the bridge.
It's gotta be one hiding here somewhere. It's not a big bridge. Where are you at?
We are trying to get that war mech in time. We are trying very hard. And by we, I mean I'm watching Dani try very hard.
There are a lot of slimes here. There really are. I've seen more slimes on this bridge than I have probably in the last 10 seats I played.
Yeah, I think so.
I don't appreciate that Wormack is sending in all his goons to fight his fights for him.
He's scared of wheels and your Gundam. He's like, I don't know about this.
I have an air horn. We have our 1300th donation, $10 from Sailor Jade. Congratulations. Not only did you make a milestone donation, but you put us over $48,000. And remember, if we make 60,000, we're going to unlock that next bonus game, Peggle Knights. So come on, puzzlers, we want to see that happen. And of course, make sure you're putting all those donations towards the unlocking the Golden Hana suit in our next game, Lunistis. I just saw it tick up. We almost have 900. Let's do this, chat.
Hey, Wormack, you hear that? Trying to raise money for charity here.
If you could just help us out.
So politely come out of hiding. I swear in these flags, I can't tell you how many times I've not just gotten one, I've gotten like 2 on the same seed. It's like, where'd you go, buddy? Come on.
I love when you get one at the beginning of the bridge and by the time you get to the end, you get another. Like, are you kidding me?
Uh-huh. Okay.
Thank you.
We got 2 minutes, Wormack. 2 minutes.
We believe in you, Wormack.
Ooh, and I think I had someone who thought they might get in that first donation over $48,000, but they were a little bit late. But still, $7 from Doodleplex. Thank you for answering my call, saying, love all the Gundam chatter in chat. Here's to 48K. Thank you so much. And thank you to no comment donations from LZ Moto, $25, and Holly, $25. Thank you so much for supporting Malala Fund.
I'm learning a valuable lesson here. Next time, put required more makeup as an incentive.
I love it.
Question in chat just about the mods for my sprites. These are my personal mods on my sprites, but if you go to the website, FinalFantasyRandomizer.com, there is a link. Some of our community members have made absolutely amazing sprites, and you can find a ton of those there to use. The ones that we don't have yet that I wouldn't give mine up for because I love mine, but I saw, I think it was Earthbound, had Golden Girls sprites.
Yeah, there's some good ones out there.
It was so good. I'm like, why can't we have those in FFR? I need somebody just to make those. I might not use them because then I can't use mine, but it does not mean I would not enjoy the heck out of someone else playing with them.
All right, we're back. We believe in you.
Come on. I've never in my life seen a Wormack this bashful. I know there's a lot of people watching, but if I can show up, so can you.
And Chanigan sent in $25 and says, come on, Robot Chicken.
I think
is Robot Chicken another name for Wormack or no?
It is. And today he's earning the chicken part. Like, I got a fighter with Black Mage HP. Like, he's an easy target and you won't even show up. Ah, there we go.
In the last moments before we were about to cut to interviews.
He was just waiting. Anticipation.
All right, let's see what this big chicken was made out of.
Oh, gross. Okay, so he's made of that.
Is that all?
Yeah, right? Actually, wow.
Well, at least Wormack did make a liar out of us all.
All right, we just need to keep that fighter up. Throw a bunch of stuff at him.
Big Mac's special sauce is caustic to humans. You are absolutely right.
Oh, no. Oh.
Oof.
Well, So, I guess that's what we get for calling out a Wormack. Because, folks, that was a full-on party wipe, and there is no way we've got time to look for him again. So, we're going to call it a run and just consider our butts thoroughly kicked by a robot in sky. We almost had it, guys. We almost had it. Darn nuke. But thank you to everyone who watched and was in chat. This was so much fun. I loved so much everyone talking about my Gundam and my wheels sprites and just enjoying the game and having fun with us. This was a blast. Thank you to Mo for joining me on comms. Couldn't ask for a better comms buddy. You are fantastic. And to Savichu, such an amazing host. Thank you for having fun with us during this run. And to Fran Patel's community, GDQ, everyone who is making this possible. This is an amazing charity they are raising money for. So please, if you're able, donate. Your money is going to an amazing cause that'll help a lot of girls out there. So thanks again to everyone for having us. Thanks to the FFR community who showed up. I see y'all out there. And yeah, stay tuned to the next runs. The rest of the schedule, we're on the second half of the week, but the rest of the schedule has some unbelievably fantastic runs still left. So thanks everyone for watching. Thanks everyone for having us. Mo, if you got anything to throw out there, go ahead. I feel like I'm rambling.
Just gonna shadow your sentiments there, Dani. Thank you for calling me into the booth to be in here with you. Thank you to the cast, the crew, and everybody that puts this on for such a good cause. And thank you to the viewers for showing up, cheering Dani on, cheering all of the racers and runners on today, and all your beautiful donations that are going to that great cause. We all very much appreciate it. And it was a great little segment to be a part of. So thank you all. Very, very sweet and kind.
We all love you more than Wormack loved us. That's all we're saying.
Thank you so much, Dani and everyone. Okay, so Wormack may have killed the party there, but it's not going to kill our party here in chat. And I have a $512 donation from Jason LaRose, who says, Wormack, Wormack, Wormack. Did I say I'd donate $250? I meant $512. Oops. Well, I gotta say, Jason, that is the best mistake that you could possibly make. And of course, I hope that your donation is going to the Lunistis Unlock Golden Hana Suit Incentive. We are just over $500 away from that. And hey, if anyone wants to make the same mistake that Jason did, I am cool with it. But until then, we gotta thank Dani again for her run, and there is going to be an interview between Kung Fu Fruit Cup and the runner of our next game, Lunistis Biuchi. So take it away with that interview.